mal odar sa susrgi del mora ang ay betul maraklay marubul belaw susrgi del mora abilong ma ebiraklay mar masila belaw diri kalmal tokobet sa susrgi da mora president traveling outside malat kangi until his return back home mora rokuy al cabinet members al ngater al tutaw edire kal mora presidenta Senate Senator Baules marokul senators speaker House of Delegates speaker Anastasio marokul delegates dire kal susregi del mora Chief Justice ngiray galaw marokul atala judiciary marokul other belaw mo subil loreng sertial press conference o mes ringiri al alsils dire kalmal tokubet sa lungil total more kami members ra media Mrs. Raklay, Mr. Sualataw, Mr. Luto, Mr. Kusole. Kura padila ka tarag tiya maulo mong press conference kita el arak. Ng suwakal maumo luwes sa announcement ra wasya presidenta ultabdia presidential proclamation number 23-359 sila December 4 19 2022 alolter ko kara January 5 2024 mo National Day of Prayer mora Republic of Palau podongel mo sa del January 5 blal tatkia president talogi wala almo day of prayer for us letegi dial National Day of Prayer maski dati almo sabi edal mot makaroku ya bekal faith ordang sembre nga sulit arubakal Dios ra malamol blessings ringi guidance forgiveness and protection or kita other below Diri kalmal marungo kalwase ngarit yang acting director Gabriel Paul sabi edal pay kora ti makot al mora ay kera mangir leng laringa members sa media mli reach out al request the information al girel sil al gays ra pending ang investigation mga nga royal malamol mangi algiri lenggel adalabilti karngil ra sing ewala o ewala ma paik dik ngati alel almul masangkay kita le
malungil tutay kami members sa media case kung silbi kung na information active man bumasang bumbuo da sila ning wili akabay kakabay nga ka matat mun nga rule question kumi waso mun loge na boto di make start di mutu ka di miskum na di brief tel sera December 21 at 2023 na nga 11:45 AM ya blabu atak blabu sa receive rating wa other way lawa nego lelgi lase sabnga sila ikali audio para ewal patak probla bulis sa ako na substation link me tamay uspan na bulis mo so happen albo ang kali reporter adi ngani ildo ulo mo sa tiyangaw par bulis samul mo tingan mulun mo sa rangaw e albo ng tumon mo find out mo kasi par ng nangaw mapati na patingin na adi ngani ya along do na ngal la ding kaya wal ko possible witness ni identify tel la tasina elun kal ramlay emlo subin ko update ramlay mi providing marbulis padi update transport mira Palau National Hospital ya tokta ka identify ko email other details in kasi ng national gate asigi dati potro atapsi bako sokte eso right now ya ka Vice President mapanangalilim ni sana MOU ratong ni mataywa ng likod na pathologist. Sa October obis sa total maraming may press conference alire na bumlingan mura. Team vice trial request expedite tra pathologist nga taywa kalmi. Investigation ang na reveal ra for persons of interest. One deal material saan names tadi akimolap agirabom ni identity kasi giraman memory na investigation ra at the first libna kasama identity party ni lagi na identity party by agim mo kasi takira kirgir ilalta ngir di lam neutral motor de Palau di so happen agim sabab mga tatu chima rather immigration ngari nga red flag alert at di ngir di sa altral atim tertobo itam ni ora si ID mutamlo eso plan ya arrest di ka persons of interest ID mlat di me investigation na di going on try to get something hard something strong direct link di ka other mortal crime eso plan ka di yes administration na di ka circumstantial di ka trial morgam sisi tactical other so that conviction yagi mo kasi tekirgir adire ko sisi ta pagi mori niya adire komodinga ya dire kal ilalgi di naringeli arasinal tilo bodol naratial sehingga dia concern na aka investigators makiptigan na ito kung bakit investigation naging pagkakasing na borderi nato ko rata idire al sabile idire truth tell me diat tigil loring sa other bela low please sila ka bom involved tell el crime le bom involved sa mga pulis sa sabil mo tutak kung aiding and abetting ra fugitive palubok other team la crime di kita kasi mo update ngir gumiu ya eu sisilta magi we're working with ang ating FBI lasa ng arbelar ilang mo so we're working with the FBI now tadidir lagi mas accused bilal il kabam umna so sige na crime ni happen alsel ning so now when ya kadong kay del FBI procedure pinadalo ni alien dum ok nga laptop within 2 days atong kita atong wa pinadalo belo ki bobal mo wala ba mo process sil possible crime scene sige del na el blaring tigay el lahat ab hindi ka nga bla bulis sila dahil mo to ni may legal do kun may ngak mo o process na asil sil nay masit crime scene hindi kaya ako sa update rin kami yung question sa kami sa umilwaraya kaya ibulo ko yung pagka-balance.
Ako obra question sa committee ko waisan mo sa trawat al-minister sa ngarting bay kura end of the year magtingol mo sige dong mas kami mo klate milo geragel. With us this morning ang ngarting ang kagidali the Honorable Charles Obiang, Minister MPII, direkal ngartiyang Honorable Kafar Orbalao, Minister MHHS, direkal ngartiyang Honorable Dr. Dale Jenkins, Minister Education, direkal ngartiyang Honorable Gustav Aitaron, Ministry of State, direkal ngartiyang Chief of Staff Landisang Cotaro, Office of the President, akura ding ulmor seki de pay korang wala lung ulmas kami ama alangaring agere to keral more administration.
Malungil tutawe Vice Presidente belated Merry Christmas and more kumiro ko ima. Besa na kanal May mamasaula acting director kau acting alo ka namo permanent director kutiga acting okay umisa ka kwada problem ngela minister ka farm kumla ata imol bulum agote halik paska igagidel kere ko ngaladang tangklel telargil ingarbelaul investor employee mangelo sengaringia ngaral belura sinal barangil May. Ikutiri kan matagil was yung ngangat tilo belara November 19, arrive December 21. Ngani other belaw dilak. Semlo wise.
Palungin kere akta di sipero mo provide ni aktel ngala. Ang si ini ako mas tola ba ini food info nga malin no re mira press conference wakpak tinyo ngaktel di pa ni kasi kira nga ngabi malfender tingali island chips tingali ada auto.
Tawa wise.
Sige lagi mo start the investigation ang di na report na missing person. El mo nabostat mo na tingali members na island chips ako kasi capture kahida capture. And so makin kan ada pingli PENGLI ngayak nila ngayak bigta yung tilong ay rogo ya koso pa teta pa wala titi ya di mo bisa tapsit kita mo gusto
Di ako mo din semblam mo telarak ngar belaw.
sige na tiga ki aro information naman sige di sige butul mo update ka wa si pro office na information mo.
Okay.
Happy belated Merry Christmas. Matial maral mel besira kal merka vice ministers. Reklamar beklar. Acting director ang trigger persons of interest ang ngara nationality certir.
Tadi Chinese.
The Chinese. So Tirget temne turis telme ya lup tempat kata dalam aktual ngara resident tablur bela ngara ko status certir.
Sige da information tiri di regada da si ID ako madingilak ta yulgura information noktir ma kalkin. Temro nga kami. Mak mek please bokritur na yul kami.
Okay. So daw sa kamle en share ngin di anting ngel kamle touch lagi ngai gidal adal meldul ngengar bel ngengar urere ngar ngurur bela ngar urere ngar bela alu
tilai bakti ke bahane
okay
mai architect ta ya mo ritur ni
okay so tiagi tadi la questione le gorgau ma vaya Ministero de Justice Vice Presidente so como le menciono ngegi del adra sinal temle abductor ngi la samhat la na modi usir belo and then prior to that tendría que ngani ardi rasina el ngam no mo missing eta end abel tigrengel buy rasina lul bangel ngara Thailand banguk mlan ngi aku ka toera la mlorngi social do dokter kai gide ko ko etial dirgale test ya inclusum tugudul el mladu ablur belao musel do dokter kai gide el mal el allegedly tirgagi la brasina sisbra al sel en ko ko ramlang mas ratra adau the level of crime wal korar adara ngara outside so isir bela ko hutmok lam makata mo matak teleng kadwa say sabi ngar adrasina malup ta adangot albalu mul al mergita ar adra belaw mang kada ngari ay three readily comes to mind it just recent last 2 years or 3 years it happened so I mean kadi sa kalukadi mo those people say what does that tell us is it tial sinal merbelaw ay kang tola ba bad elements el meso is bablur belaw dui namogira dru ko atilgi up our game rarore lakar blur belaw len kadam lak sel bolway segi don kadi sakal di mo segi lo gela kami ang wow dos sulang
malungi la sel kerel blam racer ngi akti ko tema wasay hindi ka tasal alam mo oing waising ang sel mo kurang nga atak tral sila ngut di sel do ko tel sel ba kari nga ti akaboy sa balur belaw mang ang tadir buli sa ola baboy sa ala balur belaw ati akal sa edro la baboy di sel do mes ti al trending maral lo tuti segi del wal tora transnational crime crime knows no borders. Gida tial dumadkora waya the klagara toera human trafficking. Ay gida igel el gira del mo omese. Eso agalwase we're prepared. Tial MOU agreement talo bengela belura Taiwan ablek sa ini nga Minister of Justice sa Taiwan mangarnya support el sabe del Malay mangakmlam mga Ambassador Jessica Lee mo sabe el mo o malanga se ortir lontira forensic pathologist man si el mel mutal mo mesra tiagi take the part investigationers take the incident that has happened. Sel open border se edangara tomagi tel tourism au uling se edal expectabek patingirar adal me eso isbra belwath mang di da poda korakawklat kanya se poda klakar da oil report ding ngorate kal se edal wasay oh the other sina involved ning tamakita other sina ling. That's just unacceptable generalization saling. Tirga gida other sina dire kal mlalong sorgi dra kuk tourism market tergit we see an increase ra number tirindi. Say di alwaya kora the mesanga wa say maral crime ay kagida transnational crime ay gida the mom sisi already dangi leng maral ngariya way kagida types of gruesome like you said korawal mal tukod el taleta el ra ablaqrad el crime el desangra el sela belwater el al time kora di seguida segal no
dia ka pa tampay president tamnat muro ko kaya mo expected during 24 years ngara investigation rapla police en yes en kredi crime will happen at the kikida other way law ni ela na start mala influx pekel foreigners met mun gida mo expect tawa gida mo yes wasin lolorin ka ruwak ngida dire mutos misi itel security yak pay ura sulela presidente miska ka trust ni makatel dual lang ya el situ ita pia bulisan mo sel morga disiplina ni morga o kiule la chain of command ayang
malungil tutawe Vice President follow up igel me question ra ngali kambes mela three things one ikagid el batol ikagid el talamal na matmuqablu bela ul waisel again ng selm missing incident ng garadira asina mangel adal kwadim lekul modibus buino la setam legitna pringindi kwadim ning lasra bi lasra omangi de modibus melategi the recent incident kida dia ka diplomatic relations gida marabulurasina maigel batol incident ra before ako to era online gambling gaming kadam le mega decision di return tigal adan morabalurir ndagal madel ma question lang asa ok mga ramang tirgagi dal adam mudem kado mo regadar tira blur belaul cheler tira lu ngara el process abo do speringi mga dura blur asinal kidel understand the legal was ngari auro lo belaul lo bangala Interpol. That may be another option el sabela bela mudo durasina without the diplomatic relations again tarado getting ya wase mal sukum lega tiang ado trend do mestringi wase sabira adra gel baby rabulul metiang marula wai kai gidel talamal ngaringi awe rigi de identify el turbela lo asektir kanga ngaringi criminal background tir ngara role le kada ensure say dire kan no mention ngi ya kagi de kwando tibertat ngi ya kambes chlora investment tra blur bela dire kan arasina aigal tagi de wai tagi del godal for example dire karul treat egal investors al momadak tal mo question lo say yang safe place to invest in mga question na sa ngara sabihin magatmok malu ngara sa mirulil assure investors sa say abela wa safe place nda kadil safe place sa other bela ke bela madira ka safe place sa other takdil other sina ma adangot ulbul tira investable bela ay gal trend el SWC this trend ay kita kora question ngara auto swiller other lang may hope sa midira kora assure it of something.
Okay. Mal masawag the concerns that you've been raised. Yes, Interpol ang kagida Minister of State mal masawag teergidan mora sa gidan meeting magidam la mo member Interpol mongogiw sa gidan tira kal sabi edalo ngitang sew. Akmal mal mrenga sule merte ayel comment tragaleng maybe it's time or other always magkita mo mesa bisa. So, ang gire dal apla bisal misoy suman si edologel mo nga criminal history ka on telaw dude mga raurere kami makararbelaw. Right now, I get that yung round trip ticket si edel merdevela and I think you get a 30-day visa upon arrival or sabi emal misoy. Masegi dial atara ngiluul gire dal kor omis ringin wase is a policy decision kaliblabol gire dal require a visal entry in mera balur belaw. As for tegi dial global kula the safe destination mangmaral girela investors shall feel secure ay gagitali el murula business tira balur belaw tila gidi amral gire dal mo mesringi alwase lagire dal ruliti alurere la investigation ma a crime almo misisi prosecutor tirigel mrula talamal mung korali in el morsel question alwase at this time and that's edal answer tira question alwase what are we gonna do with them also mang they're prosecuted and found to be guilty tirigel suspect or tial crime. That would be something the Attorney General involving in say the prosecution ultimately the sentencing al bolot of the court al sumta convicted ebo the decide ringi but you're right ay online gambling cases and some cases involving are adrasina to korawadi the bleta di porter tir wasedim to drablo bela la kamlo tal mail and I would say that's probably a decision that was made. The space read rabli la kalabus. Our resources are limited. Almo sabi dal house tiragay di al kalbus al cases online gambling. So, kamsulang for bringing up. That's something that we need to think of the coming new year. Say that mulwa say makarangabol sabi dal assure investors our tourists that was say we are a safe destination. Did you want to comment?
Tinigal di bo on tigal FPL nga tiang tinigal si malit para arbulis tinigal si wasina tanga kanina counterpart tinga sil mala information ra awanggil til ngira sa radial lemo limnani nga pa bien mi kasing ka kalbuso la mo agim na mga til FBI mtup na sen na information mo kasi kadim verify ko kasi maral kalbuso hindi ka makakahihida til FBI nga tanga di malil para
Tirgal FBI, kung mention FBI, assuming na si Tiga embedded na police, tatalal FBI ang arbela, yung aramal roller tir. Totoo bang gila si ID, alo mga yakora additional na.
Actually, Tiga nga tiang di akalbil tun mo investigate, tin mo ko advisor ko mami, kora o mismo, so nga nganit sa kamama equipment. Wai gigil gulo kasi iliak nito kama ngil dil. En dong ok na laptop ni lori den mala yak masada igal equipment ra kimula process sa crime scene ma even na camera ramam en dimle dong ok lesen ni kasi kadmi ra ka 2 days mera belo ay gigil ko alpi dimra ringa dia kal pelo tra to station tedi mi ko ra advice o me sagil ko ra to batak li tetila uri uri abay sa asi ngabay sa milo gutiakit ilkuk mo rin mga information.
Malala sa question ng kaligor kami, acting director. Ang malungil te alaga acting director, sisilta may hadra si ID mong ilalta may kawam ngara mal ngara right place. The question nga kasi given was nga niya FBI lo bang kami. Ngaring ako raw la assess na level la ikaki dele CID ra wai kada investigation kau tal masada se kom la equipment la within 2 days ngaring ako ra aurion lam katmok la ngara ko muspe therefore kom prepare ahead of such incident talo bang equipment kami ding la wear out kami
equipment ngari di ula gibal may askahin perti equipment ngari ding na bodiak egebel elat nga kasel kasi nga pela ablong tat ari member ka el chairman na crime scene Pacific Crime Scene Association nga ka chairman ni lima relak drew say chairmanship nga mosbela kuma tongura federal Australian Federal Police to wa fingerprint ma atay camera ma evidence pack el plastic ma paper ba kayegi dia ko essential enamo dia ma ula yegi da kumliaskara by igal lawa ay kayegi do la ba Q-tips ma ayegi da kuktola bi process crime scene kalikta sample wala possible blood stain for DNA testing ma
Haringi our regular budget ta kami every year cover. It seems to me la seka kora basic operational tools.
Ay malyak kukto ko budget nyak ngate evening most equipment ma provided by other especially of Australian Federal Police. Camera ka mam din na irid man maring aran provided by the AFP.
Aledi kulangite kum awai kalkrigel le kor militero la minister maka direktore akote gang malmi kasakla gang mil elev dan mil rus ma cuestiona se sel momes ra tel teletar mlun galat gang mlad eto oitir selvasio eso sebi lenga kam namor selvasio se palti trap of dalas la 20 feet edi dulula edi katayar senti ngaria ko di dulula ikel karkal mleliwek se kita tarakri ya ungerunga ungede asen kumi om lesel ngaria kapasitir gidel sukum tirkanga mudem mom galbus seb edel galbus tinga secure the facility raw galbus tigala ulak malgo director de ko de remember incident tra edilu le ada trakset pandemi en ilis o es el time de was namo pulis malugan o masigi da agri was en ngaria kapasitir gidel seb edel maintenir ya taragera was ya o isegi del incidental dilubul maklo tia nga 74 years old ede ak remember ra incident ruatya akum da klase ede mal highly cross crime mladur belara foreigners mang tigida kusto seldo o isegi del toy inde ka immediate regulation mal mechanism nga sibas gidel to announcement lo isar bolu ase tia gidam ladu per tia gidel basyo ngare ke ngaul adar murta selablu sumari information buesal butigem report tian dia ako ko o mesra bablu rablu otherwise immediate dia kal borrot ako mes tial kesen ngoy kal be bira kesen ko borrot way tingel adal ilisa lo betam lekit napri sa ngodel boil meringla do sika information ya vice president tampal madangai blo lo ke mal mering wal ko secret to boy mako se tian dia by the politically role announcing in ngora mamara da news amal ko adim lo sambo raw lo secret tiale mal serious ay badanga baby rablu ablu at they announce it right away oh mong endil tamo ul misil mredami awlo bong ligere vice president tamal e gorgaw tial ngal adra bardal mereda tirgang e iwairam rigel awrul magra tian dia kal sam la mo isel do mesa gelbu gil ilisa 2 o'clock afternoon ng misra pitar obisra president ma amlama dal at manggagidal buy ko kumlada elisa ay kal tukura da ngarenga mega na model tiyak da malamol meringil kami lola angara ko malamol men ere tiam ngoise ako sa ibro dong lelo omungulon maram reder la pointer kala im ere ngoise kum tewam la amortiang tian dia kal samal matar besur ngidil tukura uror malawul da suyo
Albak mo ko
kamong iraigal technical kung
sele first question ka ruba adi mo insel niya pathologist el relatapsi engo ay siya kasi ngang mlap ito sosabi malumum le ade ito sosabi asi ya bo o determine sil actual cause of death ngal victim
sir optik niya talamal mlap ngil dulur rogir
yan hindi kasi mesa tanpa dapat ngil maulo kasi al ngalnya sukum wam le amlerus amle mirus ya tokta ngami mo mesa gigi de bo ay sige gigi
mengkadi dalgal ke sir optik ni di dulur rogir
ngania ba mesa gigi part ngil lo ilmak mapital di vital matala di ngania mang ali mo insese sil de mo ngatapsi yato patachista bo insere ka ro question sa ko softe ka asa ka mention sile kasi ulum to we made an arrest at the foreigners el morat le plia ka kalbus yes ang mal ur qawda wa plia kalbus ya time man na mabut man na namora wa kin gobna sa se umre den mo brektel bu esem ka bu mo se bo sol ba bebi da ga gidiso ding pero del tial crime el tin gara de tial other tial Palau que te diga gatsuna safety ma situ itu kasi sel sum des tamo arrested etamora pa sure al chela chele liagal gedra gini Palau malu mari access tinga mo o tigalat digal kansun ra ya di kansun ra ya di kansun na safety le tiga digal ladal es el ligara publica
Ti sakal di mul to kora di ka klat kalwa se so the innocent until proven guilty maldir ka roy the process no arrest have been made among pero la hal la to kora speculate rak mulwasing mo ang rang result tra court proceedings at this time still immediate while announcement after discovery rabadi kura mloringa avda sula se ere kura meerem bolngan ya talgibal more information dik maral lo agree with you lo sem legire dal mred al moria immediate al kura wayal announcement al more adrabaluso ang le girel makatmokol segi entendira kamlani akora additional information mles wala CID ma acting director mo makatmokraw era the wise so mal masaur telte alam lo sab edal ngartial press conference mangkagidam la disclose ay information al sabel disclose al girel investigation or tegidel incident tara sa December 21 okay milkat mo as to the issue director labit ang kagida acting director mal marangasaul for te al president am lawon masal sa BL al kuka randra kagida Bureau of Public Safety at the end of the day, it's a decision, discretion, represent the Republic. So, niyal ako kome sa luwasit tegi del tletay la. So, implement ngil have the different members ra plabulis, at tilkal lieutenant, al mo subi iral nganyate aliral kuk mo o rur taray kagi dali Bureau of Public Safety. Sige da ko ra response to that concern na blame raising Mr. Ulutong.
Di last to director garigal tegi dal case So, ngel akti quite curious to know wasi ngkal cell ayang accelerant abadingal kal at tumilulur ngi wala ba karkar ngara ngkang mga lulur ngin and esemblem ketek time ling cell doreng sa description wasi ngkang aman mo mling lo dia kan matang
Sebenarnya kan tentang atim de sebil no maras miles na sina pa tetele la gora taya te sera albo te dir milung rabu la kasori mong possible no mara la kasori ma taya ya ida gora te di milung rabu segi de ora de ida possible
Marhum lang maungil. Aldo matak mo masaway kagidal. Aldo when ongoing investigation at jeopardize, imagine ertiang. Ela atang ertiang ang mga niya transcript. Ang moria trial, ang mong. Ito ko lang yun ma-witness nga siya. Kau kukura. Adirul mo mong rang. Nariya taya. Tiyang ko na di katayan. That's why. That's why hindi ka daw sa the ongoing investigation silang mo jeopardize ertial.
dia nga di ask a question and then nagma respond. Okay. Sige.
Tiyang man nga niya. Ika police matters under
dahil
investigation.
lang nga hindi ka under investigation bila ka sa tingin mo jeopardize na
Okay. Ese last director. Kamla mention was ang ngania house where the crime scene was committed. Ngania. So, kangal am lang niya ablay after setting lul more so sabi. Durur. Siyempre kami ter.
yes ang ngariya apply mo ding da po ko ultra di ka under investigation so
Okay.
okay
Sulang.
Ilaw kumanet.
Sulang.
May ko karon comment last one.
Okay, last one.
Jakari adi mora tirkale person of interest. Person of interest tangari niya ako ra. I understand kasi ka direct protected team hindi ka nagtaman maya. Di for the interest of kukti iyan tirka ka umla kom magiging ko sa tangari niya at all times ngari niya monitor tir ngari niya ayaleng kom akale kadirek legamento kasi ada esto como ya la multa kartir that intel ko sendia ka ada lo mes tir min sabil el mol Rultra tara mi sal ubeng ngarinya adlo meseti ngarinya surveillance to make sure safety of public ma safety of the individuals.
yan yung balungil hindi ka dagim din kasi sa ngargil blay tiyak ngargil bulis sa dito surveillance every movement tiyak lang tiyak under surveillance leto bol ko tumlak mo rak din kasi
The couple of questions and Mora Bekan ministers here in case we run out of Mora Minister Palau. This 2023 tara koramal le korakmal tokol doreng sa sing manep to kakodal. Ngara kor osnge mertegi del 2023 laigi del gukmal kora tokol makodal laringi ngara komesengil kira 2024 el kora mo ngara kor osnge kira 2024 kada mo mesera ngara ka hospital am lama mal tokolungil equipment kom nang MRI kom nang scanner ngaral improvement sa to mesen mo happen alu ba kang mol dir ka ngara training kung to mesen almaral mera
sulang ramalungil kere le malungit tutal mabekla de happy holidays ngway se ako ato mesara statistics ra last year mel alir ang gorak medalo sisiu di mete la telat club se mo merek lalrak adi soal mamuduli ase kada gimongat mokra a report el malmakat tatal dirga kaltob dara a ministry of health which is a health health statistics sama indicators so hopefully in the elsela first quarter 2024 kita mo mesa level detail the report ra at ra kodal ma rol ma arakta cell burden of disease selguk questioner gal gira la outlook ra next year. Oy kadamal ngaltangat le mal beto ka improvement sa Bodoves sa hospital kita na mesa tel parking lot tamaral ikdam ustar tra infrastructure madirek kalmom te equipment. Di unfortunately hindi kadil ligayidil alone mo solve a issue specifically NCD. Abay gira dal mamutpok kanya malisi sel primary care. Sel kotel daw ra awgrul ma okobila arakta. Kung that's it safe to say was it's gonna take a couple more years before we see some improvements ra akuk to ra ko dal low machine ra ko dal at time mahmal di NCDs. Unfortunately kada tilo ra COVID el time el belaw mablul adroga dimlo albang ra COVID mga niya kuk pepira urir at to ra maintenance ra adal ngani chronic diseases ertir el mlotalye bil madail masenga niya effect ring hindi do mesra a prevalence sa tlungel arakter al sel ablu ma incidents ay gali disira adal el diagnosed ra bes el rakt eng mal hindi ka maknit mang un makasangira da malisi sel gate sel primary care ma prevention while the improve our rule o ngani talgibel bolungil sa elgut maklira ug adal mlamos mer malubang alal smer di ba klol kat magil rela del baluro gira o message self prevention ma primary care makarada the kadabulon masada lifestyle makarada o mesra tal maran mel besra kalgu o message gel sa edel modra klangarigi del mo prevent man dia kadabura arakta. Hindi specifically to your question, next year kadal almut talo mesra dio si trend while kada magyo ko gidel improve tokora ugrul hindi by close to telel sa gidel was ado mesra ng ligay ang wanga trend ra ku kelder tit ado mesra tru ira kara madadal time yung wanga nga health status ra bulur belaw mong oy kada improve services hindi direct klo longit tel mara adala bulur el time was to mesel al besrak ekuk po the chance habit nga kapto ka giri kal mo wala nga yas ka mo o stop el marur al saklang nga hindi awrio ramalmon sulang
Minister mediklutal para follow up question kodome sa trend Tambe sula siya tirgal adal legal statistics sa tirgal other belawol sugal nga 60% population mang talto ko la siya kada malisi ara katulong siya sel primary care lo siya ara adal mo dakal bolsi sa pertagidal tiang atol durang saringira almost every month for the last how many years ngara actual plan malubang actual lurioral nga Ministry of Health. For example, kora more aggressive public awareness campaign kinala tokora NCD malubing ngel causes ra NCD what's a specific plan rather than sige del blon mulgorngil wasay podogarke klebodom daswa habit sergida ngara kora plan sa al time Mundas will get say.
Oy say hindi ka mal masulang ilay. Kung daswa kada el altameng bato ka existing program hindi gingara stage el algira malomes sa igel planning luwasem magara bodolisi ay leng maral mlamo taligib itu tatto ra health education na moda kal salvo to ka health messaging magi momotmok strategic plan lomes sa igidel aygal community health center makarabo to improve sabihin adan mo access malaka dilo makal mer orior ela ka direct lomes ra mo tetele la mo besel hospital makarabo the designer say kada mo maruring di watyang alwal rogul to ka di eludon mang adan de sebel decentralize a direct kaltara bebir gundas policy na makatmok kal mo nga sera gidra relet at to ra aging ma disability may gaigi dele social assistance child raising subsidy ma sel mo podong utmok ngil alrakal informal magid sector. Ay tang ate kura directly related din mura health. Hindi mo address sa baby social determinants of health. At kura income, at kura housing, at kura education. Ay nga niya affect rin nila health. Mga kumdas komeng. Workplace wellness akura diri kal announce hindi atara mo priority gid al maral 2024 o mesra health ra workforce. Da kadil adra kabelment tial workforce bela rogil wasem ngarabe bira programs sa mo implement ra workplace al mol nga sir adam at sabiir maintain a health. Namotela ra gele dito ngwal ko ra dito maklat ka South, Ongoroil, hindi kaya kumdas yung namode kalsal albodo alwabodorura at mol alomasub sa ngaramal ngara programs al dagat mokling close cell impact ring il mara adra belum sulang
ling ngikor kaw tiri kota nanya kora illa Christmas band next nga sele last year man makita ratio na birth to deaths si amlo ay sel aliring la mo nga sa gid it will be the same or different. Number 3 gidela medical misinformation plon more than what are the all it all send gid gal mek malo meso sing mal dir to ka medical misinformation wa along din katilo da sel hotel kengal strain da omicron da Singapore that's which is a hoax manufacturer ni trial center ngani ko ra la ministry ko ra help ko ra inform public gid sel por nyo gid na number several times this couple of months and asa send a Facebook message sa mga health scares.
I see.
It took me 2 seconds to fact check wise thing. I don't know if they take my word for it. They might take the Ministry of Health's word better for it.
Dia sulang yung wakla sel mlekot talgari makaya maran dia ka number sel gulap di since hindi mo dahil club saying mo ka 2023 kuling ito sebas como until next week giba im send mo ko mule kura di snapshot ra ay gagid statistics ra birth ma deaths ra el alrak gitong sel close rung report ra first quarter mo. I'll get back to you on that. Sel ko kong erul gira la misinformation. Aktil mo lumaklat ko sa lakal to para ministry ra health eng la ate kal meratoy. So gida nga ringi epinet sel epidemiological network lo mesa rogul result tra lab ma kuk sources ma partners gida ra region ma Amerigel. Also mga niya threat ko mamutangin. Hindi also magi-monitoring yung laadakal maratoy or laadakal boluul mong gira the low digger at time and they give top the information. So number 1 as lakal top the ministry ra health please fact check. That's one. Hindi ngaktal di kam numerical masado la sengira we need to do a better job or selguk regular announcements. Hindi lakal bol sa bakandira adaling ngaring ya surveillance protocol in place lo mesay gal kakarusel alrak tamang tilob the cell kukwan ra ko ra aulat klat kalwa sa di sela case ra threat ma covid ma flu amral morbab mung se kumdas na mo pekkal ra kal expect lo se around the holiday season and the mo expect to say the trend. Hindi anything beyond that tagi monitor mo ay sa atrabulu so mga niya APS al rak tamal ubang rangkel ngara at tarabalul sa elmasoy sulang.
Di question nga mo Minister Obiang. Minister nito ra skogi. Kato ko ra a minister matu la ko ra mlawil ko ra o ti ko ra trend ra Air New Guinea. And we know was November 23 ali Palau ni start November 2 yang iga. Si amal ko ra at this point ko ra miskita ko ra trend ra okay kay tablo airline was ko ra wala.
sulay ikan besega am katatal aldadakara igal kukurior skogi makulang seur gidal law aisel morabua ra igel kuk mo teletelel hindi ngaringi erut tokoy ako teng selomu legal omra raskogi ngaringi igel dadulwaseng inaccurate flight teng au ultimo mruringi til blool mla ngwa ungi low raskogi hindi sel after say en kadamaral di mo tour igel tour agency ma ara adalo magega igal skogi ma ernigini omotangalil sera lomo uleng aklol okya kang masara Australia ding tadirekal mekmer dara New Guinea emergo ngi tira di mo turgok lay ndi mo klebel tirgel guk merbelawe emeral di gada magego gidalo magro ringi direkal urolo bantrira ar adara PBA ma ministry at batura kadamrenga sulil tirgeya aklol ngara lang artil magit tertial belu ma do meseng maray lending wal telgibel soro ay di sila okya kal maral mo au ulga mo siga ay gal baby ra airline al mo mal ersen number mal ube kodom ku ko ngil merbelo ay New Guinea lang adire kal kom narong siya president in the past ay gal press conference alwase kadire kam na lingi tertir alwase tamakarang mo help brigada okya kal ngara siya bal di direct al merbelo o musindel okya kal ngara siya bal asori ra direct flight endi gel kuksko gira siya bar el anga sera donga do urtire to asagi dir ko grok laikal al gombali airliner tira after covid egida Singapore selngara Singapore kambesa direkal al domesringi dimna kadil sal okya kalangara al sila Singapore ang igel di neighboring countries ringi kudul mesringi wasit yang direkal klol hapra Asia ngi ma Hong Kong mang aklaw ngi ergid ma igel ko experience ergid ma kamiwa direkal medal di guys sisiu kada ulamo ringi makada magego gidel المرة يجرو قول سبب هذا الانتروديوس رنيل يجري تريجل ترانسيت باسنجرز واسطنغرا يوروب تنغا أمريكا تنغرا السلا آسيا ما ويا تومسرا ترندين غاريا growth اندي دغلانغار سيل دوم داسورنيل دي واسه لوتل كايل دي وانغارا مون اندي موكلار ngudelen growth غارني اجدام المولمل aggressively كدورو لبن تريل ملاسمل or re mal ube kada manglor segi del grow the tel market now rua kida direkal lengal tangateleng ada bora bola ber el andi ada bora kwam di sebe ede yirmangal el mora bola be kumulu le mai serang aramonga amadengi oi mang kado kada malas mal ngarinya tigingir el wase tamanga do urtir el direkal sebadil morar wa Hawaii ma kwam endi gida do mesa er nauru direkal ungir el mergid ayel meeting el ngarinya wa FSM marwa martial ma South Pacific na improve a connection or say adi igire del direkal loro lobentri rawase kada magranye egida sabet almastrira ayel dom gadol wasengal la malta reungela omrole la skogi el mertiange mora tarablu malubet momla okya garabe birablu el melger tarablu belaw ye sabet el mail mastrir magardira gal malmol maloban tril wase beside the ayid el top der Australia el morarwa anauru giribas ma marjuro bolabe belaw el mutel rito ngarabe bir rablu medrigir el sebed el lo spertire source auta ar turist ayid el belul me endin di moyor ku tirma ayas civil aviation rayel belul waset ko ngera endi kita malmor maloro lo bantiri raigang aringil te al am kadmor ngiro kuy lo waset kadam karange mo sebed el الموت الأمليت يالغول مقلول تيا دوم داسلواسين تيا أولتغرا جيسار كده tourism industry.
Mal masala Mr. Solera kel questions regal gile la airlines the waisel mula sa December 21st 2023 presidenta lara Australia nga promotion al gire la Nauru Airlines mang tiang blel organizer nga PBA mang mula nga telel nga sel promoter tiagi diel Nauru Airlines nga Australia marala gigi diel calling it an island hopper. Dire kalmal seralme Nauru Airlines el me presenta Nauru lara airport Miss Palau mongulu ay sa tulo ay sa moringa Miss pageant happening there in January. Miss Pacific. Matamla invite Miss Palau ako marang lo siyang mo sabela Miss Palau mo ra segi dial pageant ra January Miss Pacific. That's happening. So, no kapitulo ng tirigel kukngal kra pipira ay kalpilura tahiyo. Musigra mora Nauru Airlines among national there tira someday in January. Mang tiang ako ra directly in line with the activities to celebrate the National Day Tir. Malmasaw
Kamo di last question sa nga kalmorte kal remaining ministers coming ang malwa mo de Dr. Del. Okay. Ako ra mara endra ra ke Dr. Del kolumura esa ra kara last el ara kal kora mal el club to ka maklol plans kaul megire la to change la to education sa embel wa di meskita the quick overview la say how are you in those plans ang kadamlo kirel kere ngara ko kosngemel kirel almera.
Thank you, Lay. Well, you asked for a quick overview, and I'm going to talk far too long because I've been in education as an educator, not as a student, for over 49 years, and I don't think I've ever had a year such as this one, which would have been more fulfilling in what we've been able to accomplish. I look at it, we've come a long way. As a stranger coming into the ministry and bumping along the way, I want to thank everybody in the ministry for being patient with me and for working so hard toward our common goal. And I feel very confident now that we have a very strong team from everybody involved in the ministry. Teachers, the staff, myself, and the members of the central office. And we all are working towards trying to improve in the education of our children. In doing so, we had to do a lot of changes. There were a lot of changes, as you know. I can run down a few of them just to let you know where we are. And thanks for the opportunity. The calendar change, to be a revised calendar with the intercessions. The intercessions are coming to be an incredibly important part of the educational program, that we are now having wonderful educational opportunities for our kids. Right now, at this moment, we have 12 students who are learning to scuba dive as a part of our tourism and hospitality academy at the high school. That is now undergoing a major revision to where we'll be doing some memorandum of understanding and partnerships with the PVA and with the super ministry to bring more of these type of activities into that. So when our students graduate, they are ready to enter the workforce as members of the tourism industry. And that's an exciting new project that we're starting. So in every intercession now, we're going to be running students through different levels of diving instruction. And we've been in contact with all of the dive shops to partner with them so we can give as many students as possible this opportunity. The other is one which we won't see the results of for a few years, and that's the establishment of kindergarten. We now have over 100 students in our kindergarten, And I think we'll see as the years go by and as those students progress through the school, you're going to see a real change in our students' abilities and their achievements. The others are the ones which we implemented, which are the Accelerated Reader Program, the Be Able program. Those are fully functional. We're very grateful to PNCC for getting our internet capabilities up to where they need to be so that all of our schools are now fully able to interact all of the online services offered by those programs. We're not finished with it yet because we now are going to be entering the phase 2 of that, to where right now we're working with having the students reading, just reading. In the elementary grade, students have read over 2,000 books in the first semester of the school year, as opposed to probably 0 the year before. That's a huge increase, and it's a huge improvement. And as we now are able to, we'll be going through a lot of in-service in the month of January, to where the teachers are going to be shown how the computer artificial intelligence is able to help them address individual student needs as they read their diagnosis without having to do a lot of work on their own. It'll be given to them. So that's a real plus, and I'm very excited about that. We also did implement our school-wide information system, which, as I'm sure you remember, caused a little bit of upheaval, but all the grades are working very nicely now. In fact, if you're a parent, you should already have received your child's second quarter report card. Those were finished the week after the grading period ended, and all of that is done electronically. So it's kept. Our records are now kept so that they're accessible, and we look forward to, as we implement this a little bit more fully, into opening up our parent portal to where the parents will be able to directly assess their children's grades at any time they want. So that's another big plus which we're working on. The others are, I really want to point out that as you all know, our schools are not the prettiest buildings in the world, and they are not the newest buildings in the world. But I want to really commend Director Maol for doing an incredible project over this past year of improving those schools. As you know, we have had a cafeteria condemned in Munes. That cafeteria is now in the process of being rebuilt, all of being done with funding through Japan, and it opened up the entire campus to an entire new way of looking at it. And adjacent to that, right now, we are going to also be covering their basketball court and volleyball court, so that the kids can use those even in rain. Those are major improvements have been done, and all of that is being done with outside funding. We're not using anything of our own budget on those. Air conditioning is another major issue we had that our students have been learning or trying to learn in very hot environments. I was very fortunate and had some principals who actually did some study and found out that the average temperature in our classrooms was ranging between 88 to 90 degrees during the school day. Tough to learn very, very well. So as of right now, during the intersession break, we are going to be installing air conditioning units. We completed Pelalu's cafeteria on Saturday, and we'll be working on 3 more schools before the end of the intersession, and that'll be Ngarlong, Ngartmao, and Nrard, which will all be having all of their classrooms air conditioned prior to re-entering school in January. That's our goal. And that'll be, I think, a real improvement, both not only for the teachers, but more importantly for the kids, so they'll be able to be comfortable during their learning environment. We've been replacing, which aren't really visible, but roofing in, let me see, the schools of Munes, Karor Elementary School, the high school, IRI, and George B. Harris, and those projects are now completed, so we won't have to be having buckets on the floor during the rains. So we're stopping the rain out that side where it belongs. And that is just step 1. The next thing we're doing is we're also improving the window units. Then that'll prepare those rooms that they can then be air conditioned. Right now we have schools with louvers from probably my birth date, which is old, and in fact only go halfway up the windows. And we wondered why they got wet when it rained, and it was the rain was coming in because there were no windows there. So we'll be replacing those, and as soon as we get that done, we're going to be able to do air conditioning on that. All of that is being done with local funding, but it was built into our budget, which was approved by the OEK. We have there's a new cafeteria going up, solar power projects at the high school and at Corral Elementary School to reduce our power load, and of course the new air conditioning units. So those are all things which have been done, and I really want to point out that Director Maol has done an incredible job of not only engineering the projects and working with the Capital Improvement Project group, but he's been going out and actually getting the funding brought in through mostly from Japan and Taiwan. We just recently received from the gift of Korea computers, which are now placed in the high school, and all of the 8th grade now have new laptops to be able to work on their reading programs. They're designed especially for internet access. There is so much else going on. The one thing which is really exciting, as I mentioned in the intercession programs, we are going to be engaging with the Nautilus program, which was here last October. They've invited us to have our students and faculty to apply for fellowships and scholarships to be in that boat. They'll be returning, we believe, in October. So we're going to be developing our curriculum to be integrated with that as we try and take our academies at the high school to be more amenable to getting students prepared for whatever futures they want to hold on. I hope some of you were able to have seen the Mamma Mia project that the high school students put on. Wonderful musical. And it really brought home to me how badly we've neglected the fine arts. And so that's another issue that we are going to be trying to be addressing in the future. We have wonderful students, talented in music and in drawing and in dance and in all areas of the arts. And they're doing it all on their own, and their rehearsal facilities are something you have to see to believe. But they make do with very little, and I want to thank the kids for displaying their talent, the parents for patience, for the rehearsals, and for the teacher who's working hard to get them to where they want to do. They produced all of the music, all of the dance, and all the songs on their own, as well as all the backdrops. And it's a wonderful evening, and we're trying to talk them into doing another one in the spring, but we'll see how that's a lot of work. But those are some of the things, and I just tell you, I'm just happy to be a part of it. And I thank everybody for their opportunity and for carrying on when I was not functioning at full speed. And it's been a great experience for me and for everybody at the ministry. So thank you. Thank you, Lang.
Just a quick follow-up. You mentioned solar power. You're basically turning all the schools' classrooms into air conditioning, into air-conditioned space.
Right.
Is that all electrical, or coming off the national grid, or do you have solar for that?
The high school and Corral Elementary School have solar power, but we're all on the grid. All of the solar power is on the grid. We don't have the battery capabilities yet, but right now, no, it is going to increase our utilities cost. But there's just no way around it. We cannot keep our kids operating in substandard facilities, so we'll have to deal with it and find ways of supplementing it with more solar power or other alternative power sources.
I'll last the question, Minister Aitaro, and then you guys can have the mic. Minister Aitaro, malwanag to ka umrala Presidente Arakab to ka kora Maclol regional international events lema company la President. Recently kako tim legalom tera President al punto kalom tera ablobela morsel signing ra Interpol ra Geneva ngara ko ra cell membership pergi da Interpol what does it mean? Ngaramal impact rin mergid. Say they can come that that's a little bit.
Malam saulele tete al
Mausubes ak adi bol di mo odura kalbek mo press conference lang kakalas mong di mo kadibal ta. Ding mal na yung sele question ra Mr. Kasole ma Mr. Ludo makamil gira Interpol. Sa Interpol malklor advantage sa mira blur belaw. Provide assurance ma confidence ra investors sa mira belaw. Mar visitors sa mira belaw. Dili ko siya time mal good news sila po. We had to deliver our statement before they vote. Nga kamal kado kumaulu kumasit tiang ato pong maktuling it mura na rum ang yab to tigaterul ng President ng Interpol adra Dubai ma Minister Interior Austria. May congratulate Belau because one regal below 98.5% support the assembly itself. Interpol ang mataktal soril mo available member because of our strategic site. Kita nga nga Asia behind us, West ang abitar kita. The first thing they did sila bok Merbelaw, tiagid sila one regular question ra tika terurubakad gira how do we build a confidence ra other Merbelaw. Tamla contact ra other finance, director of customs, gira facial recognition. So siya mo help prevent them at other borders. Sel once the blabo the member kad mo connected aga rogul Interpol offices ra Pacific that are members. RMI, FSM, Fiji, mang tianga dodongal tanga terngiling. Sental mo the member and sebel mur FSM alwat care the belaw tanong the immigration masing kataang. But still, they can prevent o ikagid crime ng alsel belaw lengguk. Other member ng ilada mo niya ka kita dolong to malaya. But we are going to prevent the unwanted visitors of Palau. So, Interpol are totally important. They do time to support the programs again. They actually agreed masimonia officer Interpol of Palau. So, nandito nila Minister of Finance, National Security Coordinator, how do they work? E nga mo report mo, masentang mo moral. So, malbuto ka niya sul lamangay. Of course, ang company president mo Cook Islands for the PIF. Of course, now report to our press the importance of regional cooperation at the partnership. Recently, Vice President tamle host tele-joint head of police conference of Belau. Kamama, nga turingin mo other PIF masim, namurye the logisitiang. Say that part to help regional security in terms of the southern altitude. Kidma acting director of the police. So to yemo mesering ekwam taldi kamle submit adra Belal mo member a World Customs Organization. That's another positive girela confidence ma security investors mart adal me okyar gid mer Belal. Seguida bagot to try prevent before they come in. Give the confidence or other Belal masing. We have partners outside the direct mangkargid, helper gid. So most legal organizations about the member have all sorry help, which is the reason why kadam seek a membership. Mang one radical good news why say Mr. Kasole kama Mr. Swala daw. El Almirag, it's going to be the 30th anniversary of Bela as an independent country. Mangot to activities lang nganyagel belul Blood established relations with Gidlo 30 years. Siabal, Australia, US of course, FSM, ang matirka ka, so real may participate in real events in Girel Belau for the whole year. The initial meet, plamo mo din, mas 12 months ang mga songs. 10 months actually, January to. Len other tika so real showcase, agil ko, good, Girel Belau partnership with Gidlo 30. So 1 month ang songs sa Girel within that 30 years, in namo so mom the other minister state the most showcase as how many countries have not established diplomatic relations with. Dahil ang dekal diblo ko sa kadamo kayong seora international forum ay gagi del baby lang so mo ka tikal colleagues na ministers sa ulmak blo mga odra siabal support the project proposals at team mo sa funding ng mertir. Lagi gida important do mo rektel belaw lo sika gang sunmer at belaw. El base lagi del proposal maka Agagida le instructions or colleagues or mga presidente. Eko todo mo si Makmal di mereka sule mele mo siya I think ilalme 2024 Cook Minister State is a positive outlook. It's our 30th anniversary as an independent country. Beto ka maurem lamrul girel blata tagatia blur belalo up to 30 years next year mak. Mal di mereka suli mal di olita other belao masi. That 2024 mal significant year mergida other belao rogui mak mal olita abud makataring ka ingsew. Ra kami sa tika gidar other mlamin malgol mas we can't wait till mo celebrate the belao ra 30 years ambassadors nga huriping. But atigal lameng teladoril or maybe more. Mga siyabal. They could go anywhere to celebrate trawa huriping din. Sorry mer belalo mga may mga limar gid mo. Kamama dire kalmal albagra klon gara al mere lang. Makti kamal mo ngitra kora kaloreng republic alame se gid klon se gid maklolo maral. Umram sula.
So, tingin ko question ito po sila favorite part ng agenda. Birthdays. The renga sulit tingay dalaw dira governmental lo tanjobi al sils. Ekom makot mingitakla after. Mga birthdays lang nga Laylin Recline nga Ministry of Health and Human Services nga nursing nga Lamar Inasio Ministry of Finance Customs nga Hussein Derbay nga Financial Intelligence Unit. Diri nga Valerie Tigay Sabal nga Financial Institutions Commission. Oh, diri nga Kayla Marebel nga tel office ra president. Yay, Kayla. Diri nga Telal Kikoe Rosendo nga Ministry of Justice PPS Patrol. And then, dira ka maltokobet sa happy birthday mo ra legislator, floor leader, Mayor Nabayaman nga Rakoro State Legislature. PFF ra nga makman ng letan chobi ngay. Dira ka tokobet sa letan chobi, almurang kagidale Miss Leilani Turong Raklay. Yay! And Kambes! Oh my gosh, kuminti kami terong. Okay, teki dagi kan mor kami terong Mr. Kambes Kasolay. Tigel nga media marko to nyitakla. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear government employees, Lay and Kambes. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, and many more. Okay. That will remain a secret. Malmasaw lokong rati almolas tal press conference gider el ara. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Ako malmasaw kaya po nakasawesra next year. Mada segi de rupa kaldios lo makaltanga targi de rokoy sa lolo sa bakar gi de ma tial merak. Thank you.